The Coen Brothers' No Country for Old Men is widely regarded as a film that explores themes of morality, violence, and fate. But at its core, the film offers a subtle yet profound commentary on the nature of luck, how it governs life, shapes fate, and often renders human agency meaningless. While the characters' decisions and actions are crucial to the plot, it's the unpredictable nature of luck that drives the narrative forward. From Anton Chigurh's chilling coin tosses to Moss's misfortunes and Cherry Bell's contemplations, luck plays a crucial role in determining who survives and who doesn't. So in this video, we'll dive deep into how No Country for Old Men uses luck as a thematic thread, illustrating how chance often trumps morality, planning, and control. Let's start with Anton Chigurh, one of the most unsettling villains in cinema. Chigurh, the film's cold-blooded assassin, is the most vivid embodiment of luck's brutal indifference. What makes Chigurh terrifying isn't just that he's a cold-blooded killer, it's that he leaves life or death decisions to a coin flip. His penchant for using a coin toss to decide the fate of his potential victims is one of the most unnerving aspects of his character. For Chigurh, the coin toss is not a game. It is his way of relinquishing personal responsibility, leaving life and death up to chance. In his mind, the coin represents the ultimate arbiter of fate, devoid of moral considerations or personal biases. In one of the film's most iconic scenes, Chigurh confronts a gas station attendant and engages him in a seemingly innocent conversation, only to eventually reveal that the man's life rests upon the outcome of a coin flip.
Call it.
Call it?
Yes.
For what?
Just call it.
Well, we need to know what we're calling it for here.
You need to call it. I can't call it for you. Well, it wouldn't be fair.
I didn't put nothing up.
Yes, you did. You've been putting it up your whole life. You just didn't know it. You know what date is on this coin?
No.
1958. It's been traveling 22 years to get here. And now it's here. And it's either heads or tails. And you have to say, call it.
When the man wins the toss, Chigurh cryptically remarks that the coin has been traveling for decades to land at that moment, suggesting that luck has been in motion long before the moment of choice. In this scene, the randomness of life and death is laid bare. The attendant's survival isn't a result of any skill, virtue, or preparation, but sheer luck. Chigurh's coin tosses serve as a brutal reminder that even in a world where some attempt to control outcomes through violence or cunning, luck often has the final say. His victims are not always guilty or deserving of death. They are simply unlucky. He is a force of nature operating outside human concepts of fairness. And when you look at it that way, Chigurh's coin toss becomes a symbol of the film's larger message, that in life, luck often trumps justice, preparation, and even morality. Llewelyn Moss, the film's protagonist, initially appears to be in control of his fate. Upon discovering a satchel filled with cash after a drug deal gone wrong, Moss makes a series of calculated decisions. He is resourceful, clever, and skilled with weapons, traits that make him a formidable opponent for Chigurh. However, as the plot unfolds, it becomes clear that Moss's fate is not entirely in his hands. He may believe that he can outsmart Chigurh and escape with the money, but luck proves to be his greatest adversary. It becomes painfully clear that Moss's belief in his own control is just that, an illusion. One of the key moments that underscores this is when Moss, after safely retrieving the money and hiding from his pursuers, decides to return to the scene of the crime to bring water to a dying man. It's a small, seemingly insignificant decision, one driven by human empathy rather than greed or carelessness. But it sets off a chain of events that ultimately leads to his downfall. In this moment, it's not Moss's intellect or his moral compass that seals his fate. It's a twist of bad luck, a single misstep that draws Chigurh's attention back to him. Moreover, Moss's death, off-screen and unexpected, further emphasizes the role of luck in the film. We, the audience, are denied the dramatic showdown we've been anticipating between Moss and Chigurh. Instead, Moss is killed by a group of Mexicans in a random, almost anticlimactic encounter, reinforcing the idea that even the most prepared individuals are at the mercy of chance. And that's the point. His death isn't heroic or meaningful. It's a product of bad luck, nothing more. The film denies us the cathartic face-off we've been waiting for, hammering home the idea that life doesn't always play out in a way that's fair or satisfying. Sometimes it's just random. Now, if Moss is the embodiment of the illusion of control and Chigurh represents Locke's terrifyingly impartial hand, then Bell is the embodiment of resignation. Throughout the film, Sheriff Bell reflects on the violence and the chaos of the world around him, and it's clear that he feels lost. As an aging lawman, he is haunted by the growing unpredictability of the world, a world where justice seems to have little meaning and where luck, more than anything else, dictates outcomes. In his conversation with his wife and in his voiceovers, Bell laments that the world has grown harsher and less predictable, implying that the certainties and moral frameworks of the past no longer apply. In one particularly powerful scene, Bell shares a dream where his father rides ahead of him into the darkness with a torch, representing a time when things made sense, when there was order and clarity. But now, Bell is adrift. He is no longer sure of his place in a world where luck, rather than law or morality, seems to be in control. Unlike Chigurh, who embraces luck's power, or Moss, who believes he can outmaneuver it, Bell is resigned to his inability to control it. By the end of the film, he retires not because of a single event, but because of a growing realization that luck and the chaotic forces he represents cannot be tamed or predicted. In a world where life and death can be decided by something as arbitrary as a coin toss, Bell's retreat from law enforcement feels like an acknowledgement that he no longer understands the rules of the game and that he is powerless to impose order or predict outcomes. No Country for Old Men is a film that on the surface tells a story of violence, crime, and pursuit. However, beneath its gritty, action-packed exterior lies a philosophical meditation on the nature of luck and the randomness of the universe. The film suggests that in a world ruled by chance, morality, preparation, and intelligence can only go so far. Chigurh's coin tosses, Moss's fatal missteps, and Bell's wary resignation all point to a universe that is fundamentally indifferent to the human plans and desires. Unlike more traditional narratives where good and evil, right and wrong are clearly delineated and outcomes hinge on characters' decisions, No Country for Old Men strips away these familiar constructs. In this world, there is no cosmic justice, no reward for the virtuous, and no punishment for the wicked, only the blind, impartial workings of luck. Ultimately, No Country for Old Men offers a bleak yet compelling reflection on the role of luck in the human life. The film's characters are in many ways at the mercy of chance, whether it's through Chigurh's coin tosses, Moss's ill-fated choices, or Bell's realization that he can no longer understand or control the world around him. In this universe, luck reigns supreme, indifferent to moral or practical considerations that humans so often rely on. By centering the narrative around the unpredictable nature of luck, the Coen Brothers have crafted a film that is as unsettling as it is profound, forcing viewers to confront the uncomfortable truth that in the end, life may be governed as much by chance as by anything else. It's a bleak view of the world, but it's also an honest one. After all, in the grand scheme of things, how much of our lives is truly within our control? The film's message is clear. In life, luck is the ultimate decider, and there's little we can do to change that. But you can change my luck by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video.